name is Charlotte Jarman. I work for a charity called Sustain on a project called Food Save. Food Save is a project which is run by the Greater London Authority, and it gives free support to small and medium-sized food businesses across London to help them reduce their food waste. So I'm at the Plan Zheroes launch event tonight because I have, over the course of my work with Food Save, worked very closely with Plan Zheroes. They've been a really fantastic organisation to work with. We worked most closely together to establish a scheme at Borough Market whereby a number of traders at the market at the end of the day on a Saturday put aside their surplus produce, and 3 charities feeding local people in need come along to the market, collect that surplus, take it away and do good things with it. So Plan Zheroes have been really invaluable in setting that project up. The market management were quite cautious about the idea of donating surplus to charity, and it was through discussions with Plan Zheroes and also introducing them to the idea of the Plan Zheroes agreement, which really helped to persuade them. So Plan Zheroes has drawn up agreements for both charities and for businesses wanting to donate food. So the charities and the businesses make a commitment in that agreement to work together. The charities commit to take good care of the food once they've collected it, to transport it, store it appropriately and in accordance with good food hygiene practices. And the market management found that really reassuring, and it really persuaded them to give this a go. So I don't think we will be working with Borough Market if it wasn't for Plan Zheroes. So Food Save is just one of the projects that Sustain works on. The charity is also doing a big piece of work around food poverty at the moment, and that gives a bit of a different perspective to the issue of surplus food and food poverty, because while we believe that surplus food can form a really important part of this vital support network for people who are going hungry in London today, surplus food isn't ultimately the solution to food poverty. And so Sustain is developing a London food poverty campaign, and we'll be producing a report which ranks the various London boroughs in terms of what they're doing to address the root causes of food poverty. And the campaign has developed a number of measures to assess the boroughs against, and they are measures around uptake of Healthy Start vouchers, uptake of free school meals, work through the UNICEF's Baby Friendly initiative to increase prevalence of breastfeeding, is the borough a London living wage employer, those sorts of measures that can really long-term address the food poverty issue. I think that what Plan Zheroes is trying to do is really unique in the sector. There are lots of different organisations working on food waste and working on food poverty in London and in the UK at the moment. But Plan Zheroes' approach of really getting in there and making those connections and facilitating those connections between businesses and charities all over the country is really, really important and really valuable. So there is a concern amongst some parts of the food poverty community that the focus on surplus food is misplaced, and that it's wrong, for example, to see the poor as the dustbin of society. But I would challenge that. The food that we are helping to redistribute through our work with Food Save and together with Plan Zheroes is good quality food. For example, at Borough Market, it's the same food that was being sold earlier on to well-to-do Londoners and tourists. It's good stuff, that isn't necessarily going to last until the next market day. And a lot of the charities that we work with really talk about how the food that they receive through their work with Food Safety Plan Zheroes has improved the service they can offer to their service users. And that is often because a lot of what we distribute is good quality bread and it's fresh fruit and vegetables, which are obviously really important in a healthy diet and often very difficult for people on little or no income to